What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at the early access for Kilta. This is an RPG where you have a bunch of characters. You're running basically an adventurers guild, and you send them out on adventures to kill stuff, and then bring things back so that you get new loot, you get stronger, and you can take on greater quests. It's proposing to have like a narrative system as well. The full breadth of what the game is planning on implementing, I'm not entirely too sure of. It is very early on for this title, so take this with a grain of salt. I wasn't super sure if this was ready for kind of like a preview video yet. The game is very bare bones right now, but from the art direction, I definitely feel like there's promise here, and I'm always a sucker for anything that allows me to run my own adventurers guild, or like my own tavern, or anything else like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyways, and if after watching this you wanted to support the game's development, you can go down below and get the early access for yourself. It'll be next to all my social links. Let's go ahead and start a new game. Alright, so we have defensive skills that we can choose here. We've started out with 3 of them. We have our healing potion. Instantly heals a targeted ally by the amount equal to 30% of their maximum health. We've got an offensive ability called the Miracle Mallet, which stuns a targeted enemy for 4 seconds. You'll see why that matters very, very soon. The game is played in real time, and you have no control over the combat. Your units do whatever you want them to do. So it's kind of like it's kind of an auto battler in its own way as well. Over here, we've got the Cursed Idol. Afflict the targeted enemy with the Idol's curse. It has increased damage against that enemy and heals you. Okay. Sounds like a decent plan to have. We can also, later on, we're going to be able to pick our starting heroes who we start with the game, but for right now, they're going to be kind of like set in stone. So anyways, let's start it on off. Will you accept the job of Guild Master? Wonder what happens if I click no. Oh, it just takes me back to the title. I figured like there might be some kind of comedic pop-up, and I was like, well, why the hell did you buy our game then for, you idiot? Like, I don't know, dude. That's the kind of thing that I would do if I was making my own game. Yes, I will answer the call. I will be your new guild master. The looming shadow in the forest. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of shadows in a forest because trees. Become guild, the twin continents. Where am I? Become the best guild in the Twin Continents. What is this place? Become the best guild in the Twin Continents. I can't remember. Become the best guild! My head. Is everything alright, Guildmaster? Seeing my master in distress saddens me. If there's anything I can do, your word is my command. Who are you? Your humor never ceases to surprise me. I am Sir Jan Americus, the proud captain of the Lion Guard. Now, however, I am but a humble recruit in your quest to make Kilta the greatest guild in the Twin Continents. Today, we're officially launching our guild's operations. Let's celebrate by selecting our first quest. Okay, me and Miss Velia are ready to aid in your cause. Our new beginning starts here. Alright, so we've got our characters right here. I very much like the portraits and the character designs in this game. I think that's what initially drew me to the game. Even though it's like really bare bones and doesn't have a lot of moving parts yet, I really, really liked kind of just like the portraits and the avatars and the way the characters looked. We'll go ahead and start a quest right here. We have a lone wolf. So there's one wolf running around. We've got our first quest. A lone hungry wolf has been harassing the townsfolk in the nearby roads. Get rid of him. Alright, that's fine. Fair enough. If you're going to pay me, sounds good. We'll begin the quest and we'll dive on in. Alright, so here's our little dudes. We can position them. So now we've got more aggro at the front. That means you're more likely to get hit. We get charge, which I don't know exactly what charge means. I assume that it increases your melee damage. So if you're in the middle, you have less melee damage, but you're less likely to get hit. If you're in the rear, you get like no melee damage, but you're very unlikely to get hit. I would guess that's probably how it works. So you'll see a number of meters here. And we've got health up at the top. And then we've got super abilities, which he just popped off with. She's going to take a hit. She's going to throw out Magpie's Boon. And there it is. 33 damage out. So in a lot of ways, this game is almost like Star Ocean. You don't control anything. You just initiate the fights. And then you assemble your team with like synergies and like what they're going for. And you kind of hope that it works. So we dealt 60 damage with Velia right there. Americus did 25 damage. Not quite that much. We've got a Sword of Light, and it looks like we've got ourselves a magical crossbow. Before we know who to equip those on, we're going to have to go back and take a look at their stat sheet, but don't worry too much. The stats in this game are really, really simple. Good morning, Guildmaster. Is your head any better today? Also, good job on yesterday's quest. I can now better understand what Americus sees in you as a leader. Mr. Maggie is happy to express his joy as well. So what should we do now? I think you misunderstand. The three of us aren't going to make it if we wish to make something out of this guild. We need to recruit more capable people, and I think you're best suited for the job. Go ahead, recruit a few more, and let's see what they're made of. Alright, so on day 2, we get to pick a new recruit. We can get Ko, who appears to be a wildkin, some kind of fox druid or something. Apparently, what does Ko do? So Ko apparently has a little bit of physical power, a little bit of magical power, and then it looks like Ko calls forth the power of nature, striking every enemy with 120% of his physical power. The party member with the lowest percentage of health remaining is then healed by damage dealt and Ko's magical power, so they're a healer. All right. We've also got Rufus, the Relentless Guardian. Rapidly strikes a target 4 times with 80% of physical power, then heals himself by an amount equal to or related to his magical power. I mean, this guy's got brass knuckles on his belt, so I kind of feel like he's just the sort of badass that we need to add on in here. Go ahead and put him kind of up in the front so that he can be a frontliner, I think. Inside of our inventory, we've got some equipment laying around, and I probably should have equipped that before we went on in. We've got an old and trusty sword. We've got a bow right there. I'm going to go with the old and trusty sword on him because he needs physical. And then this right here will also give him physical defense, so we'll throw that on too. Looks like there's an arm. Actually, we'll throw that on right there. There we go. This guy right here, we'll give him the shield. He heals himself based on his magic power, so I'll probably throw that in right there. What does she do? So she goes invisible for 4 seconds, drastically lowers chances of being targeted, but she loses a lot of her defense during that time. She then strikes a random target with a magical attack with a power value of 75 of her combined physical and magical power. So I think she needs to be kind of like a hybrid. So we'll give her the crossbow. Maybe? Yeah, we'll give her the crossbow, I guess, and then we'll give her that right there, just to give her some extra defense. I don't know if I've made good picks for right now, but hey, we're getting there. We don't have a lot to work with, all right? It's hard to work a masterwork out of mud, okay? Now, we got a couple of quests right here. We've got Bothersome Hogs. That'll give us an enhanced bow, which actually would probably be pretty good on him. It'll also give us a leather jacket. Is that Geralt's jacket? That looks like Geralt's jacket. Pretty sure that's Geralt's jacket. It kind of looks like it to me. There's also Double Trouble over here, which will give us a bow and a crossbow. I'm going to go with the hogs because both of those are useful to me. Like, both of those items seem like they're going to be pretty clutch. As of right now, it looks like our HP is okay and we're looking pretty good. Let's dive on into our next battle and see if we can pull out a victory. I need that W. So with you in the front, I feel like we'll have a much better chance of kind of pulling this thing through. Very nice. Hammer of Justice that guy down. He's now been stunned. Looks good. We can also kind of like move the speed of combat around should we desire to do so. I don't think it's given me access to my abilities just yet, or maybe I just didn't pick one and I'm just like a giant scrub. I don't know. I thought it had all of them selected. I clicked on it, but like maybe we just don't have an ability right now. Maybe we get those a little bit later. A little bit of damage out, and unfortunately, as you can see, as they take damage, it's going to reduce their total HP until you like sit them out for a quest or two and they kind of like go their own way. Honestly, I probably could have handled this with 2 guys, but I think that would have just redistributed the losses onto other people a little bit more aggressively. Not bad. Rufus did good. Everybody's moving solid. A couple of new items too that I think they're going to make us a little bit stronger. All right, so we've got picks we can make here. We've got Dalton, who is a wild ratkin. He's got kind of like a Jay Baruchel thing going on. What does he do? Strikes an enemy with 120% of his physical power, poisons them, and they suffer damage equal to 80% of physical power. Magical power will affect the speed at which the poison ticks. Okay. I think it might be a good idea to have a healer, though. I'm going to take a healer real fast. I feel like having a healer is a good idea. What does he do? So he needs physical and he needs magic. Okay. Well, I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to give that to you. I feel like he's getting beat on pretty good, so I'm going to give that to him. And then we'll give him a little bit of physical defense, I guess. He's going to be in the back, like hopefully he doesn't get smacked by anything, but it's possible that it might. And we have quests available. Oh, my Guildmaster skills are over here. Okay. Well, I guess it's not unlocked yet. We have Highwaymen over here. So Highwaymen, they drop a Druidic Staff, and they drop a Swift Cape. We've got the party pooper over here, which is a bandit swordsman with a couple of wolves. He's got a magic sword, and it looks like he's got a swift cape. We've got little pigs over on this side. The relic of the dualistic druid. Forbidden incantation. When you deal or receive damage, there's a 50% chance to deal or receive double damage, and 50% chance to deal or receive no damage. Okay, the effects do not apply in the case of self-inflicted damage with certain forms of damage such as poison. Okay. So, like, basically that gives us a huge boost to stats, but there's a chance we'll deal no damage or double damage. Okay, so it turns us, like, into a big-ass gambler, basically. What is that? The Apprentice's Cloak? That looks pretty good. I don't really want another magic sword, but hey, we can go for it. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this arrangement. I don't think we need to move the party around too much. I feel pretty solid about it. A little bit of damage out there right in the front. Whenever these blue meters fill up, that's when they're going to do, like, their super attack, in case you were wondering. That's when they pop out with their limit break. So, like, right there, there's his lifesteal ability. 68 HP from that. Wow. Ow, that hit us in a row. That's not good. Okay. I'm going to throw a potion on somebody because, like, I've got 3 uses anyways, so who cares? We can't get to those guys until we go through the front line because they're all in a row. Wow, that is really, really messing us up. Velia's getting just, like, pooped on right now. Ko's about to heal her, though. There we go. So that patched us up. The major hole in our operation has been fixed. Dude, that ability is really good when the enemy is in a straight line. Yeah, Americus actually dealt the most damage there simply because of his super. Very cool. And we got all the stuff, so I'll take it. Weekly news has arrived. You start scrolling through the papers. Continental News, uniting the people one headline at a time. Issue number 16. Reports of ominous growls and howls have been reported in Meta Forest. Citizens living nearby are requested to stay inside until further notice while the investigations move on further. Number of rogue bandits and criminals are on the rise. Guilds in the area requested by law enforcers to secure trade routes to Natrico. A new hit food has hit shelves in streets, popularized as pancakes. The soft and tasty cake originated from Len root and has spread all across the twin continents. Thank you for reading the news. See you next week. We got another character we can bring in. So we can either get the rat guy or we can get the bard. What does the bard do? She does Hymn of Heroes. Allies are healed by an amount equal to 70% of magical power and granted a physical power buff equal to 20% of Ellen's physical power. If Perilous Poem is performed, each enemy is struck by a magical attack, 60% of combined physical and magical power. Enemies lose physical mitigation and magical mitigation. So she either heals the party or she deals damage and debuffs the enemy. Okay. She might make a good swap-a-rooney. I'm going to take Dalton for right now because I think Dalton would make a good swap with her, and I like the way that they keep the same gear. He's got that poison thing, so he needs physical and he needs magical in order to get the job done. We do have this sweet book over here. Oh, it goes right there. Okay. Also got that badass robe. So he's got a bunch of physical defense, some magical defense. What does this do? I can throw it on there for right now. He can fight in a robe. That sounds okay with me. Alright. I feel pretty good about the setup. We'll see if she heals while we've got people swapped out. Let's go ahead and select a quest here. We've got snakes on a plane. We can get a druidic staff, which would probably be helpful, and we can get another leather jacket, which gives you a lot of defense and health. We've got the hunting grounds, which is going to give us a club of clobbering. Ain't no question as to what that thing does. Each auto attack has a chance to stun. Ooh, very nice. We've got a recurve bow for physical power. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. This seems alright to me, even though we're outnumbered. I don't know. I want the club of clobbering so I can put it on him. It seems like the thing to have. 7 physical power, really round out his ability. We'll see if we win this one. No guarantees. We may get stomped here. We are outnumbered for sure. Also, our health bars are kind of dwindling. Good Hammer of Justice right there. I'll take it. Let's throw a healing potion on somebody real fast just to make sure that the fierce charge is going to be an issue. They are spreading damage around thickly. We'll slam some poison on one of these guys. There you go. Nice little hit right there for half of its HP. Should have a heal coming up pretty soon. But Dalton may need to be healed before then. I do feel like this is going to fall apart as soon as we kill one or two of them. He's about to get healed back up to like full health, so I think it'll be alright. Oh, that hits everything. Very nice. We still have a health potion usage left too. He's almost at his limit break, so I think he'll self-resolve and heal himself. Why would you use that right there when you could hit 2 over there? Why would you do this? I can't believe you've treated me so poorly. Their numbers are beginning to dwindle. He's got a limit break coming up, so he'll be solid after the next hit. He actually didn't get to heal that much because all the hits didn't land. Oh, no. Well, hopefully we get another big heal off. I'm going to go ahead and heal Dalton again because he's getting, like, starched out here. He's having a terrible day. This fight might have been more than we could handle, I'll be honest with you. Come on. Oh, cool. We got the physical life thing going. Yeah, heal who you can. I feel like this fight went much, much worse than the last fight. But we got a couple of items. Maybe that'll help us with our efficacy. Hey, Guildmaster. Tell me, do you seek freedom? Sure. We're kindred spirits, it would seem. I want the freedom to spend my days the way I want. I want to see and witness new things every day. I also write findings into my book. Did you know that the blade crows, they sharpen their wing blades 1 or 2 times a week in the Alama Mountains? I would not have known that before, since I left too experienced with this wonderful thing. I'm glad to meet like-minded people like you. I feel that joining your guild was the right choice. Here, take it. I have a collection of them from my travels. The collection symbolizes all the places I've had an opportunity to visit thanks to my newfound freedom. See you later. Unlike usual, Ko looks genuinely happy this time. It makes you speculate what it might have made him do this. He gave us a polished catechism of growth. We've got new characters here. We've got Mariu. Strikes an enemy with 140% of magic power. Curses the enemy, stopping their ability charge accumulation. Ability used for a number of actions based on magical power. Okay. I think we need another person who potentially heals. Although I'm not convinced that she's going to be the best for that. So, she's kind of an all-arounder, too. Like, she needs magic and physical, huh? Okay, well, she's got magic, I guess. Magic's looking okay. The clobbering club can go on you, so that you hit a little bit harder. What does this catechism do? Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. That just gives you flat bonuses. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, the real question is, do we want to trade that? I mean, I think it works best on someone like her that's not going to be getting hit anyways. Especially since all of her abilities draw on, like, everything. Like, she needs magic and she needs physical. So I feel like it's a decent choice for her. Alright, well, I feel like she's equipped well enough already. I could bring in a 5th. We could bring in Velia. I don't particularly know if that's a good plan. We can try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We're already pretty tapped out as of right now. People are pretty hurt. Let's see here. We have bonus objectives. Win a battle with every party member equipped with a magical weapon. Okay. Active bonuses, physical power +1. Does everybody... He's got a physical melee weapon. He's got a physical, so I got to give everybody magic. Suppose I could. It's probably going to hurt us in this upcoming fight, but we get a bonus objective for doing it, so why not? And we've got an annoying armor over here. So it gives you mitigation, magical defense. That's really fantastic for our tank, in all honesty. Over here, we've got a swift cape again, and we've got a magical crossbow and another club of clobbering. I don't know if we can win this. This is a nasty fight. I do want that armor, like, really, really badly, though. That armor seems like it'd be really helpful. What's the sense in not trying? Let's go for it. The thing that I'm worried about here is that it's possible that our druid, or I'm sorry, that our bard may not cast the healing ability. However, we do have considerably more damage this time around. Hey, he picked the right row. Good for you, man. Good for you. Well done. Let us get some extra abilities off and cause some mayhem out here. Okay, big stab to cancel out the fact that, you know, he just healed himself. That's like sweeping the floor and then somebody comes in and just like throws up on it, you know, and blah. And then you're like, man, just like Big Daddy style. Oh, he's about to die horribly. Maybe I should fix that. Well, we killed one. That'll lower their damage output, I suppose. When is she gonna be ready to go, dude? I need a heal to go out pretty soon. Oh, he may not survive long. No, she did Perilous Poem. It did so much damage, but it doesn't heal us. Come on. I needed the heal right there. The heal, we would have carried it through. But she decided to do the attack instead, so I guess that's that. We've lost Dalton. He's now walking in the realm of shadow. Then again, we are doing this with a handicap, too. Like, we're playing this going after the... I'll take the annoying armor. Yeah, annoying armor sounds good. Dude, we are beat to hell. We're in rough shape. I don't know how I feel about any of this. You can put him back in because he's healed. Alright, where's the annoying armor? Let's throw the annoying armor on him to give him some mitt. And then we can put the Club of Clobbering back on so that he'll actually deal damage this time around instead of just kind of not being that helpful. 6 physical power, 2 magical power. That seems like a good balance for her. I think we can throw that over there. 15 health, physical defense. Yeah, maybe throw that on you, possibly. I think it actually tailors the enemies to how many people you have in your party, maybe. We've got a big choppa right there, the Axe of Deforestation, and a Spear of Stabbing. Is there really any other kind? And we'll see how it goes. This may be outside of our capabilities. The game hasn't given me another tank yet either, so that's the other part that kind of worries me. We'll start it on off. Hopefully these guys aren't like crazy strong. I bet this shaman's gonna heal people. I bet you that's what he'd do. We're not going to get a lot of mileage out of Americus just yet. Largely because they're not all in the same lane. It appears as though they might be strong against magic. Oh, they're blocking my ability to charge up my limit break. I was wondering what that was. Doesn't matter, because they're all about to get got right now. As soon as this guy goes through, we should be okay. I feel like we're in okay shape. I think we're pulling this off. Oh, it was for 2 turns. Okay. Hey, she did the Hymn of Heroes, dude. I'm so happy about that. Well, now we don't really need the heal, but those two actually seem pretty strong together because he gives a consistent heal no matter what. Whereas she's kind of like all over the place, so it's kind of nice to have him for a backup. Just in the off chance that, like, she doesn't do the heal and she does damage instead. Perfect. Very nice. I'm excited about that axe of deforestation. I think that's going to make our boy deal, like, insane damage. Good morning, Guildmaster. I read from the news that there's been reports of torn carcasses, trees, and loud howls recently in the forest. As far as I'm concerned, there should not be any things there that could leave such destruction behind them. Be it a rampaging dragon or horrendous abominations, know this. We are ready to face it with the full might of Kilta. Yeah, let's kick its butt. That's not how a proud lion guard would phrase it, but... yeah, let's kick its butt! By Alco, I will never mutter such words again. Americus is blushing all over his face. However, you can see a glimpse of satisfaction from this unprecedented action. Ooh, that's a sweet-looking helmet. Oh, it gives immunity to stuns. That might be kind of nice. Might be sort of helpful. Wow, that sledgehammer is beefy. Okay. My dudes are like super hurt though, so I don't really know how to resolve this. I feel like we definitely need to have a tank. So I suppose it'll just have to be Rufus for right now. Like, he's fully healed on up. He has no health reductions, so maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll possibly be alright. We'll let him rest for a day. In fact, though, I could throw this axe on you since you're going to be tanking anyways. Yeah, it doesn't seem like too bad of an idea. But this is Kilta. Like I said, the game is very, very basic right now. It's very, very simple. By my view, if they want to take this game from where it's at and they want to get it to the finish line in good shape, like, my opinion is they're going to need a skill sheet for every single character. So they're going to have, like, skill trees where you make, like, choices that really develop how these guys attack and kill things. An XP system with level ups would be very, very nice. I'd like to see either a... So I'd like to be able to sell some of this extra stuff that I'm never going to use, and then a shop where you can buy other things. I'd like to see a blacksmithing terminal where you can actually combine these things, sort of like League of Legends style, in order to make like new things, giving you yet another reason to target certain quests over others. I'd like to see weather effects on the different battles that affect things, so if it's raining, like lightning characters deal more damage, or if it's like a muddy area, you know, somebody with, like, frost can freeze people to the ground. Things of that nature. Right now, the game, really what it lacks is just, like, content. Like, they've got the basic idea in there of, like, okay, you've got a party of adventurers. You send them in to kill monsters. If they win, you get loot. If they lose, you come back home. You reform. You try to get a better formation and do it again. What the game really needs now is depth, because there is no depth to the game right now. It effectively plays itself once you set up your... Once you set up your formation. And so anyways, I'd like to see level ups, I'd like to see XP and characters getting stronger as time goes along. I'd like to see support things that you get added on into your guild, like a medic's tent that can, like, you can pay money in order to kind of like regenerate instantly, or you can take them out because it's expensive and let them rest for a week or rest for a day. I'd like to see the crafting system I mentioned. I also think it would be cool if that crafting system allowed you to upgrade these things. So think about it like this, like we have different bows, right? So you've got the simple bow, you've got the enhanced bow, and then you've got like a magic bow. And you can, like, you know, you've got like 5 or 6 different ways you can upgrade this thing. Think of it like Monster Hunter. So going from the simple bow up to the enhanced bow, there'll be an option that gives you a bunch of physical power, and there'll be an option that gives you a bunch of magical power, and there'll be a middle option that gives you a little bit of each. You know, and as you upgrade the item, that becomes more and more specialized and starts getting more abilities on it and stuff like that. Like, I can see a lot of spaces in this game where it could be good down the road. For right now, I'd probably take a wait on it and see how it develops. I like the art style, and I do like the combat, and I do like the feeling of being out of control once I put my characters in combat, and just like hoping that the team that I've assembled does a good job. But the game needs more confetti. It needs more systems and things to tie it all together and keep you tied into the core gameplay loop and give you a reason for the stuff that you're doing. So anyways, that's just my thoughts for right now. Obviously, those are not critiques. Those are suggestions because the game just came out in early access, and so obviously it's going to be a very basic idea on its first release. But still, I like the pixel art. I like the character design. All that I'd like to see is just, you know, more layers to it. Because if they leave it like it is right now, and they just keep developing the storyline part of it where you, like, talk to these guys, that's not going to work. I don't think that game's ever going to be truly good. But if they add in, like, the blacksmithing and the upgrading and the level ups and the skill trees, if they added in a relationship system, so, like, characters that fight together, they gain relationship with one another, and if they reach certain levels, like 3 or 4 different levels or barometers, they would get new abilities that they pop off together. if one of them has like a limit break or whatever, or maybe just have a separate meter that charges up so that they can act in duality. I can see where this game would become really, really cool if they're able to implement all that stuff, but for right now, it's very, very basic, so we'll just have to wait and see. This is Kilta. If you enjoyed what you saw and you wanted to back this, you can look down below. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Take care out there, everybody, and I will see you all next time.